All right, guys, it is Sunday, May 8th, 2022. Happy Mother's Day!
Woo!
Welcome to the Zodiac Chatline. I am your host today with, of course, the lovely Cassie. Hey, girl!
Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right. I mean, even if there wasn't the whole world on fire, in general, I'm all right. Mother's Day is an interesting time of year for I think a lot of people, but I did some planting and ate some good food and all the Taurus things I should do. How was your Mother's Day?
Raging dumpster fire that is the world notwithstanding. My Mother's Day was good. I was, blessed to spend this weekend mostly with my hands in the dirt, planting stuff. The weather's finally nice in Michigan to have plants outside, so doing that, and got to spend time with my mother, which is a precious gift that I try never to take for granted.
Yes.
Yeah, it's, yeah.
Well, because we are going to talk about that other stuff further, we're going to just tell you what's going on in the planets because that kind of explains the dumpster fire to a little bit.
It doesn't, but we can correlate certain aspects of it.
Cassie is absolutely correct. It doesn't. However, it does lend to believe that there is just a lot of shit going on. So currently the sun is living its best life in lovely Taurus along with Uranus and the North nodes. So while grounding the Taurus energy is when it's in Uranus, it's mostly unpredictable. Not I'm sure most Tauruses aren't really a fan of unpredictability. And then in the North Node, just like drastic changes. So we are in the middle of an eclipse. We had the partial solar eclipse last week. And so all those changes are going to be sudden. Venus moved into Aries last week. Jupiter will be moving into Aries. And good old Mercury, it is home side of Gemini is going to go what? Retrograde.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
That's on Tuesday of this week, right? The 10th?
That is correct. Sooner than we'd like to think.
Yeah. It is actually shocking for me to believe that 1 week ago when we did our show talking about eclipse energy, the Roe v. Wade leak had not even come out yet. That came out Monday. You guys, it has not even been 1 week since that shit happened. And if you're anything like Tennah, myself, Coral, I can speak for us because we've been in the group chat all week talking about it. It's like you're worried, scared, mad, just fucking like I feel like that feeling of like you're almost sleepwalking through the days because you're looking around at your job and all the normal stuff and you're just like, really? Like this is happening? This is gonna happen, huh? Like this is gonna happen. We're all gonna have to deal with this. And like looking at my daughter and being like,
and I think the reality is that we haven't really dealt with it before. We've like it just hasn't really been around. There hasn't been an issue, and there hasn't been like, oh, we're going to change this. And now that it is really in all of our faces, along with other things that can come behind this, it just feels like again a whole. Is this a matrix that I didn't sign up for, or like, like what is happening? And the crazier part is I did just like, a little bit of research on just like women's rights, winning women's voting rights and all that. And, Roe v. Wade was in 1973, which, is just under 50 years ago. And then the Voting Rights Act, in which Black women were able to vote, is in 1965, and the Women's Rights Act was in 1920. All of this is still fairly new. And it's like, we're just starting all over again. So I encouraged people to just speak out and stand up for yourself because no one else, the government's not going to do it for you. So make sure you do it for yourselves. But I think that this is a special Mother's Day in order to honor all women who choose to or choose not to be mothers, all women who have been mothers and lost children, all women who were mothers and lost their lives during childbirth. Everybody deserves to have their choice to be a mother. Really, they do. But I'm grateful for everybody who has helped mother other people that needed it as well, because you just never know. Like, we all have our own maternal energy within, and if you know me in real life, as masculine as I look, I have a lot of maternal energy. So it's that Cancer rising.
I have a practice of wishing Tennah a happy Mother's Day, because although she is not a traditional mother in the sense of birthing a child, she was my manager for several years, and I was mothered, and so were others. Okay, and we're all better people for that. So happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank
today.
you. Happy Mother's Day. I am so happy to see you be a mom to two beautiful children. Because I remember back in the day when that wasn't the plan.
Nobody needed that back in the day.
We have moved forward on that. So let me just double check, because I do believe our guest is in the building. Our guest is in the building. So I am going to get her to come on in just a minute. But I'm going to introduce this beautiful, amazing, talented Taurus Queen coming in to us. This is Ife. And I've known Ife for, it feels like, an eternity. I've probably known her about 5-ish years. She'll probably correct me. I'm not sure. But one of those friendships, it's like we're meeting again and we're just picking up where it left off. That's my friendship with Ife. So we're going to bring her up in here, and we're going to talk and we're going to have a good time. And I'm so excited. My dad was showing it.
Yeah. Hey.
How are you, ladies?
So good. How are you?
It's been a wonderful day. It definitely has.
Yay!
Good.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
We're gonna have some fun. Let you know about yourself, even though I know you know yourself. If don't nobody know.
Always good to hear it. It's always good to hear it again.
But you guys, Ife is a Taurus sun and moon, and she is a Gemini rising. Look at yes, girl, give us the background effects.
And all for the ratings.
Yes. Ife.
All right, so Ife, tell us what you know about yourself and what you've learned about being a Taurus, mostly because that's a lot of energy that's the main energies in your big three.
Yes. So just being a Taurus, just knowing I know definitely we're very bullheaded, as they call us. So definitely very stubborn. There's not a lot that we think people can tell us, and we think we know it, but we don't. I do know that. I do know that. And we're like, when people we'll run into a brick wall just to find something out without even if someone tells us the brick wall is there, it's like, whatever, we'll figure it out. I'll find out if it's there. It may not be there still, but we're gonna go ahead and run right into it. But as of that, I would say that we just we really just take things head on. It's like nothing that we're scared of doing, and we just go for it. But a lot of times we are always giving ourselves to people, especially the people that we care about and love the closest to us. We're loving and we're nurturing. And so there's a lot of times people actually come and they're attracted to us, and they come to get that nurturing and that love. So you got to be careful too as well. So as much as we're bullheaded and stubborn, we're so, as much as we walk around like we don't wear our feelings on our sleeve and on our heart and on our shoulder right here, it's right there every time. But we will love you, and there was nothing that we're not going to do for you, if family, friend, all that good stuff. So.
Well, you literally just described yourself, pretty much you, not just every Taurus, but specifically more you, especially that you have your sun and your moon in Taurus.
Yeah.
And the moon in Taurus is an exalted energy, even though it's in the 12th house, kind of hidden.
Mm,
You and I, and people that know you know that you love hard. And
do, do.
it's that was one of the initial questions I wanted to ask you, because of that. How do you make sure that you are not emotionally draining yourself for other people?
Well, um, going through my life, just here recently, have just realizing for me is that, you have people that are around you that are just sucking your energy, and you have to wisen up to know, like, hey, this person that's around me, I don't feel good with this person around. This person doesn't make me feel good. This person puts me in a different, predicament or different situation and things like that. So my thing is like, I now I'm really watching for people, because before it's like, so if I love you, 9 times out of 10, it's easier for you to take advantage of me because I'm not going to see it. But there's
Mm-hmm.
only enough times that I could go through that to where my heart and my feelings and my soul and my intuition is not going to allow you to continue to do that to me. So having the experience, I know I'm probably more keen into seeing people, come my direction, and really seeing what they're here for.
Mm.
And there are sometimes, I mean, I would say most everyone, because we're human, that we love so hard that we're blinded by the other things that we see. It's just like, oh, it's okay, you can do that to me, but no one else can. And then you find
Mhm.
out, like, no, it was actually okay, that person did it to you. It wasn't. You were just allowing it because you allowed them to come in and love you the way they learn to love you, know how to love, and that may not be the right love for you.
Mm. Well,
So
say a word on a Sunday now.
Right?
yeah.
Shoot.
I'm learning this too. It's like it wasn't easy. It took me years, and I'm still learning how not to give so much of myself, because people will take and take, and not everyone's going to be reciprocating of it. They're not going to give back what you give. So, you just have to be very careful of the energy and the love that you give to people.
That is super, super real. And really, like, one of the key lessons of your chart with your North Node position in Virgo is learning that very lesson. Like, your Virgo North Node gives you a Pisces South Node. So the energy that you come into the world comfortable with is this Pisces energy of just give it to me. Like, I will take your pain. I want to help
Yeah.
you. I love you. I see the beauty in you. Like,
Yeah.
and Pisces, mutable water, almost zero boundaries, right? And so they have to move to this Virgo energy in the North Node, where your power is really in being able to say no at the right times and make sure you're
Absolutely.
following your own moral compass and the rules that you set up for yourself, because
Hmm.
you're correct, and those are grounded, in your highest good. Um,
Hmm.
One question I had for you related to that particular placement, your North Node, your node of destiny in Virgo. For you, it falls in your fourth house,
Hmm.
which is the house of our home and, our extended family. And so I wondered, what does it feel like to have to say no to your family for you?
They know and I know. It's the hardest thing to say no. It's hard to say no to family. And it's hard to say no to family because, you went through the struggle with your family.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, your cousins, your niece and nephew, like 9 times out of 10, you went through a struggle with them. So like where they're coming from and why you want to help them and why you should. But there's also other times where if they're not helping themselves, then why are we helping them? Like, why am I gonna give you, you know, all of what I have, and you're not even doing anything? Like, are you helping yourself? So it's definitely what I watch out for. And I learned because I've helped cousins, I've helped brothers, just, and you do it because you love them. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they're not in the right position in their life to actually help themselves either. So even you helping them doesn't allow them to help themselves because they're not even ready to do it yet. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning too to see beyond just the problem, or the issue of someone. Like, I'm learning there's always something deeper. Like, it comes from something. There's a trauma. It's a past trauma. There's a lot of people we're operating from our past trauma, you know? I'm getting emotional even talking about this. Like my heart right now, I'm just like, whew. But there's a lot to operate from that. And if we know that going into situations where we talk to people, there'll be a lot less arguments, or there'll be a lot more compassion, I should say, a lot more understanding of someone and what's happening. But also those people have to allow people in. You have to have an open heart, open enough to tell someone, hey, you know what? Yeah, this has happened to me, or this is what's going on. Yes, I do need some help. There's so many of us have mental issues. Doesn't matter if you think you don't or do. A lot of us have there's a lot of mental stuff. Mental health is real. I mean, just think about when COVID hit, how many people dropped from mental health because all of a sudden they don't have money. Some people just operating off of money. Oh, money's my thing, this and that. All of a sudden the economy shuts down, and what's happened? I don't know what to do because, I don't have the resources. All I know how to do is money. Money is my resource. That's how I operate. But if you don't know how to operate without it, like go plant food, or go do this, find another way to create that income, then you won't have anything. Your mental health is going to be shot because you're thinking it's going to be stressing you out how to do it, and that's there's tons of people that went through that. So I feel like mental health is like one of the things that everybody really needs to focus on and really help each other with, because right now it is so hard. It's been so difficult.
Well,
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
well, you have a lot of 11th house energy, and Cassie had a really good take on that. What did you think?
Oh.
Well, yeah, it's really it's fascinating because the 11th house is typically ruled by Aquarius, and it is very much the house of humanitarian causes and kind of what you see as your place within the larger society.
I'm moving around these filters. Sorry, guys.
I love it. I know
moving
you're
around.
kicking up our ratings. This is going to be on a different reel, baby. I love a new background. So I kind of had a question about it because your particular 11th house is ruled over Taurus and Aries, which are at the beginning of the zodiac and tend to be more, and I don't mean this in any kind of negative way, but self-centered signs, right? They're
Absolutely.
they are concerned with your physical body, your material things. And so I was curious because to me, it denotes that you're probably a very natural leader. You probably fall into that position in groups all the time, whether you want to or not. But I was curious, how do you feel about humanity? Where are we good? Where are we bad? Do you think there's hope for us? You know what I mean? Like, it's clear that you're somebody who's group centered, and not egotistical in a way where you feel like you have to take over, but also probably have enough of an ego to realize that you can do it better than a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like, so how do you feel? What do you think? How are you feeling about society these days?
Well, society, this is my note to you. Have more compassion. It's called compassion. Have more compassion. Open the door for someone. Move out the way. Scoot over. Give someone a seat. Get up. Give someone a seat. It's about compassion and really loving each other. At this point, it's like all we have is each other as humans, period, on this earth. And if we're not treating each other right, no alien race that's going to come down here is going to treat us right either. Okay. On that part. So we need to bond together. Okay, we really do. There's so much out here for all of us to have so many great resources and ways to intertwine and bond with one another and all types of nationalities. And it's just time for us to start doing that. Let's learn each other's different cultures and different ways of honoring thyself, or eating, or just different things. But right now it's like our humanity has to get it together. There's not enough love, period. And this thing that's happening with the Black race, I'm going to say something, and I'm going to be very clear about this. When Asian hate came, they passed a bill for Asian hate. Black people have been hated on for years, decades. It took one person to talk about Asian hate. Are you kidding me? Asian hate where? I don't see it. I see a lot of Black hate, but I don't see Asian hate. And my thing is, like, if it was that easy for the Asian community to pass a bill, Why isn't it that easy for the Black Americans to have a bill? Stop killing us. Stop hating on us because our skin tone. It's not our fault we got this melon. It was natural. If you want some of it, fine. We get it. But join us, not be against us. Find out how you too can get your own melon. That's all we're saying.
And that's that on that.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am, sirs, they, thems, he, who's.
Absolutely.
We just let you know, like, society as a whole, Ife said, we got to come together, y'all. And
Absolutely.
I love seeing all the Aries energy that you also carry. I don't know if you know how
Mm-hmm.
much, but we kind of looked at your chart and you're a lot of earth and
Mm-hmm.
fire. You don't really have much
I don't have a ton. I don't.
water, air. So you
A lot of fire.
spicy girl. Like,
Annie.
you know,
So
and a lot of your.
my aunt's an Aries, my dad's a Pisces, my mom's an Aquarius. I'm just right
Oh,
there.
that's
Mom's Aquarius,
right.
dad's a Pisces. So just letting you guys know
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
See
Yeah.
why I
You
am.
stand, yeah. You ground all those special energies. They need you to ground them.
They ground me too.
They was a
They
little
ground me
lost
too.
for a minute without you.
Oh
But
yeah.
you have so you have Venus, you have Mercury, and you
Okay.
have Mars, all in Aries and all in the 11th house.
Oh my
Um,
God.
Girl. So for
Ooh.
one,
Spicy.
I think honestly, as community as the 11th house is, I think Aries is relatively comfortable in that house
Okay.
because it's fire and air. It's a good blend. And as Cassie said, you know, we know you're the leader of the social group. You're going to be the leader of everything. Having Mars in its home placement of Aries gives you the strength, the determination. Having Mercury there, you say what you say, and having that added Taurus, you mean what you said. So it's like it's
They do.
it's it's like not the most not the person to be challenged. You know, I mean, you could, but I'm just sure it's probably a bad idea for the other person. And you know, Venus in Aries is not the most comfortable place. You will probably find romance within a community or a social group or a friend of a friend or through friendship. So keep that in mind.
Thank you.
But
Venus is moving into Aries, or just moved into Aries
Justin
this
moved the
past
Aries, yes.
week.
So you're in your
So the
time.
next few weeks could feel a
Yeah.
little
A little
for
extra
you.
spicy for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially, you know, you being the Taurus. We know the nodes are there and the eclipses. So
Mm.
enjoy all of the transformation that you will be going under. You gotta you're meant to be very strong, powerful, and a leader in your own right. So don't lose sight of that.
Man.
And you and I both have Jupiter, which is our expansion, in Leo
Mm-hmm.
in the second house. So make your money off of you. Like you have to be out there and be you. And that is the best way that you will expand and find things. You know, just got to keep that ego in check because it's in an expansive energy of Jupiter. But
Yeah.
huge fan of your moon in Taurus. It just comes out so much within you. Um, want to talk about the North Node real quick?
Sure, yeah.
Okay,
Well, go through because you have the specific life path and stuff. Let's go
I
through that.
do. I do.
Or the
Okay.
karmic path rather.
Okay. So, as Cassie talked about, your North Node is in Virgo. It is in the fourth house. But more specifically, you are on the way of solution. And you are
Okay.
starting at Pisces energy, the week of the loner, and you're going to Virgo energy, the week of the enigma. So
Mm.
that is the
Mm.
middle of both of those signs where it feels a lot more internal. A lot of the energy has to be moved from within because you know the loner in Pisces is like kind of to themselves but very spiritual, and the Enigma Virgo, we don't really know them,
Mm-hmm.
but we'd
Mm-hmm.
like to. So the core lesson they offer is to generate a positive attitude and a can-do approach. The goal is to become creative problem solvers. Yes, I got a
Mm-hmm.
little excited. Um, the release is the propensity towards passivity. The reward is the joy in finding a solution. Your gifts are soulful, practical, and thoughtful. Your challenges can be aloof, self-pitying, and negative. Your balance point is between thesis and antithesis. And the suggestion is roll up your sleeves and dive in. Perceive every problem to be an opportunity. The old saying is true. Every person we encounter is our teacher. Don't be afraid of life. Citrine is your special crystal or gemstone, so I highly recommend it. It's a money stone. It's pretty. It's everything. It absorbs negative energy and shines the golden ray of unconditional love on any wound or trauma. This stone leads to the knowledge that there is a solution to every problem. And the affirmation is, I open myself to the inspiration of my creative imagination. And through the strength of my will, aligned with the divine will, I manifest my dreams.
Ooh.
I know, right?
That.
I know.
Yes.
You better,
Thank you very
girl.
much.
That one was just for you.
We gonna get it, okay? Just gonna manifest, gonna get that right now.
That was just for you, just for you. Okay, so we're gonna hop into this game with you.
Yes.
Let's
All
go.
right. So you've got two of your big three placements is the same. So we're not going to do blame it on your big three, and you're a special Taurus queen. So you get your own special Taurus game.
I love it, love it.
Called
right up my alley.
It is.
It's Spot the Taurus Queen. So we're going to give you a movie and the three lead actresses in it. And you have to tell us which one of those actresses is the Taurus Queen.
Okay.
Today, you want to take the first one?
Okay, I will. Okay, so the first one is going to be, the movie is Wonder Woman. The actresses are Linda Carter, Robin Wright, or Gal Gadot.
Okay. Robin and you said this is
This movie is Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman, right?
And out of the three lead actresses, there are Linda Carter, Robin Wright, or Gal Gadot. One of those is a Taurus.
Gal Gadot.
You better know. You better know. Okay. Cassie, go ahead with the next one.
Next one is going to be Vicky Cristina Barcelona. And we've got Scarlett Johansson, Penelope Cruz, or Patricia Clarkson.
Scarlett Johansson.
No. ScarJo is a Capricorn queen, I believe. Penelope Cruz is the Taurus.
That was my second.
Yeah. She's got that Taurus rules the neck and throat too. She's got that long, like beautiful
Penelope
neck.
Penelope has it. She runs whatever she's in. She really does run it. That's natural. She was running Tom Cruise for a while too.
You're so funny. Okay, so this last one, Cassie and I both actually picked this blindly, so this is from both of us. Okay, so the last movie we selected was Rent, and you have Idina Menzel, Rosario Dawson, or Tracy Thoms.
Rosia.
Rosario Dawson, you are correct. You better know.
3, 4. Oh no.
Because the other, they didn't sound like. Honestly, I go by the sound of the name. Honestly, you could tell Taurus is by the name. No lie.
You are so funny. Yes, Miss Moore. So speaking of Miss Moore, holler at us. Let us know what you're trying to promote. Tell the people about yourselves, all your creative endeavors. Please let them know what you do. So I want them all to know about you.
For me?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other Taurus on the call.
All right. So I'm so silly. I'm a silly person just naturally. I moved out from Atlanta. I was in Atlanta for like over 10 years. I was acting there, and I was doing radio as well. I was working in production for Steve Harvey, BET Awards, and then also I was doing the acting thing and then pursuing some radio. So therefore, I have a long list of production entertainment, as well as I was fortunate to also to work for Fox Sports the whole time. as a runner, which is a PA assistant. So these each job had opened up doors to the next one, and it taught me how to deal with people, especially the masses, differently because everyone's different. And then it also installed a lot of professionalism inside of me as well. Just going on set, because when I was on set, it teaches you where to stand. It teaches you set etiquette, what you can say, how not to say stuff, how not to interact with the lead actors, because hey, that's not what you're here to do. You're here to focus and do your job, and that focusing and doing your job could actually get you to the point where the executive producer, director, AD comes to you, talks to you, and that's what you want. So I would say, when you're doing stuff, definitely stay in your lane, but go for it. Do your research, do your training, and put your all into what you want to do. And don't think that you can only do one thing. This is one thing I would have to say. They teach you in acting that you can only do one thing. You're supposed to be an actor. All I want to do is act. So you're not supposed to work? Well, you're not supposed to live. You're not supposed to eat, sleep, drink. What? Like, I don't get it. So when I speak to people, I always tell me you're supposed to have 3-4 jobs. It's true. It is. Because it's the world we live in. I don't know who told you could just do acting and just go to class and not pay for class, not pay for this, not pay for that. All you doing to know. So, work and put your best foot forward. Do the things that you love to do, and, indulge in yourself too. Like, treat yourself, take care of yourself, self-care, self-love is really important too, so don't do things to yourself that you wouldn't allow others to do to you, is what I say.
Ife is adding motivational speaker to her resume, and I love it. So please, y'all, go follow her, check her out. Happy, my bad, belated birthday, even though I did talk to you on your birthday.
Yes.
Happy belated birthday. We won't tell them when or how young you are, because you and I both know. Hey.
Age ain't nothing but a number, like Aaliyah said.
Listen. We stand a Capricorn queen up in here, bro. But thank you so much for being on the show with us.
Yes, thank
you for having me, and thank you for letting me use my little filters and everything. It's fun.
Entertaining. Pass along, guys.
She does it all for the gram, for the talk. She's out here doing it for us.
Yes. And make sure you guys follow. Make sure everyone follows them too as well. This is really, I really appreciate this. Really breaking stuff down and letting people know like what's coming into their lives and what they have to look forward to and what they need to be focusing on is what a lot of people, everyone needs it. We need that reminder. Hey, I know it's hard. I know you tough week, but you know what? This is what you have forward to look forward to in your future. Like, this is what's coming for you. So continue on that righteous path. And thank you both for being those, for being those ones that help us. Like, seriously. That's Tennah.
Thank you.
I was bugging her to tell me. She was like, no.
No, find out on Sunday, and you did. And what we talked about, I told you about. That was the first thing we talked about.
We did.
But okay, I love you, girl. We got to kick you out, and
love you too.
Enjoy your evening.
Thank you for
having
me.
Okay.
Bye. Our first, I think, Pacific Coast guest. So Ife was like about to have dinner with the family and still came and joined us. That's wonderful.
Right on cue. But since we did just do Spot the Taurus Queen, we are going to do
Taurus season celebrity check-in, everyone's favorite time of the season. But BTW, if anyone has a question, please drop it in the chat. We are going to be taking questions later. We have a couple lined up, but hey, maybe we might have time for a couple more. Who knows? All right. Start us off, Tennah. Who's having the best Taurus season of all?
You already know. I'm going to start this one off because we're going to talk about her together. I think that's just necessary. So watch out for the big girls. It is Lizzo coming through, having the best Taurus season. She just celebrated her birthday last week. She did have her Amazon Prime reality show, Watch Out for the Big Girls, where she did look to find new big girls dancers for her show. It was actually, I watched it all. I did. It was amazing. It was beautiful. It was a real reality show. And she really talked about body positivity and really encouraged the women to really break down a lot of things and really become professional dancers, not just big girls. And then she also released her new album, It's About Damn Time. And everybody, if you've been on the Ticker Talk, they are doing the dance. I haven't quite caught on to that yet, but Lizzo always has it. And then she was stunning at the Met Gala. If you didn't see the embroidered coat and the corset dress, just saying.
Stunning. Yeah. She's got a shapewear line out called Giddy, which is super cute. I crave it all. Everyone in the ads are so cute and all different shapes, and it's incredible. And yeah, she killed it at the Met Gala. Her little dance that she did in the bathroom. She sang her own music, made it go viral on TikTok. It's now the #1 song on TikTok. Lizzo is amazing, and she's continuing to just break down barriers for big girls. I think Missy Elliott did a lot in the 90s to kind of occupy a different body space than what we were traditionally given in pop culture. But I think that she paved the way for someone like Lizzo, who took that to a whole new level.
Yes.
I grew up when I was 15, I was almost 100 pounds heavier than I am now. Okay. And this was a while ago, y'all. This was the late 90s, early 2000s. There was no Torrid, nobody was out here. Rihanna wasn't out here selling up to 3X on Fenty. Lizzo was not out here selling up to 6X shapewear. It's so nice to think that whatever shape my daughter is when she grows up, she'll have access to clothes and role models that make her feel cute and beautiful.
Exactly. Every one of Lizzo's songs is this is me, I'm here, love it, because I do. I mean, but she has just kind of in the past couple years just really come into her own, and it is amazing to see her glow so brightly.
She is the embodiment of that Venetian energy of Taurus too.
Oh,
just the ultimate pleasure principle, the curvaceousness, the sort of fertility goddess classic figure, right? And
for sure,
yeah, she's we all the way stand a fucking Taurus queen in this house.
Yup. Right. So who you got next?
Okay, I'm gonna veer far off my normal path and talk about two white men. Too. And they happen to share the same exact birth date, day and year. And that is John Cena and John Oliver. So John Oliver, I became familiar with this coincidence via John Oliver, who has mentioned on his show that he is a birthday twin of John Cena's. And then I looked it up and I'm like, they're both Tauruses. What? So I love John Oliver. John Oliver is out here making a comedy show out of the most depressing shit that we all see in the news. And it's super informative. And I think, if I'm being honest, it's really good for white people. He brings to the table a lot of discussions about racial injustice and things. He did a show last week on environmental toxins that was mostly focused on environmental racism. And if you are a person who's not familiar with how the particular issues that liberals are concerned about disproportionately affect Black, Indigenous, people of color, his show is out there shining a light on that. I think he has quite a diverse group of writers behind him. But also, John Cena apparently is fucking awesome. When I was I wanted to bring this coincidence up, but then I was afraid that John Cena was secretly a MAGA guy or something. Quite the opposite. Apparently, he holds the Guinness Book of World Records for most wishes made through the Make-A-Wish Foundation. He has granted over 650 wishes. He donated $1 million to Black Lives Matter in 2020 as part of the Match a Million like challenge started by BTS. And he was known in WWE for his like rise above hate, anti-bullying slogan, and Blockers, a very cute film. If you have not seen it, it is about some parents trying to prevent their kids from having sex on prom night, but it actually turns into like parents and kids kind of having a conversation about, you know, the realities of sex. And it was a pretty cute film. So John Cena.
Okay.
I love these two Taurus kings. I stand them. Even this the last time I'm giving away my celebrity spot to two white men. Congratulations.
Yeah. It sounds like they gave it to honorable mention, or John Cena's falling into, we're going to say an honorable mention, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, who's also Taurus, went from wrestling to acting. So I think that's a, you know, good old transition. Okay. I am going to talk about the person that everybody that knows me knows I love this Taurus Queen, like with everything in my bones. And if ever there was a time that our paths got to cross in real life, all my friends know I would lose my shit. But I would still try and keep it together. But goddamn it, Janet Jackson. Just gonna say, this woman in her prime, at this point, she's really in her prime. We thought she was in her prime in her 20s, 30s. She's literally every year just gotten better and better and better. And she's currently going on tour to selective cities and doing certain events. I think she's doing the Essence Awards in July. And so there is nothing more iconic than Janet Jackson. Every album cover, every dance, every choreography, every sexy ass song that she wrote, every interlude on the Velvet Rope. If you don't know, you should. So I stan Janet Jackson for always having the best Taurus season, because she's the best Taurus ever to me. So fight me if you want to.
No, you get no argument from me. Bobby, Mr. Vernier, who may or may not be in the chat tonight, and I lived for Janet Jackson when we were in high school, and we would pay for the pay-per-view concerts. I remember watching the Velvet Rope tour concert and that she did in Honolulu, maybe in like 2001, and it was fire.
Girl.
And we were supposed to go to the show, and bitch, there was a blizzard at the Breslin Center, and so we did not. The show got canceled, and I still haven't seen Janet live. Bobby has, I have not. So
we hopefully we get one more chance.
Please,
you know, just one
Speaking
more
of,
chance.
Lizzo's going on tour with Lotto. I already asked for tickets for my birthday. I was like, babe, please, please, can you take me to Lizzo and Lotto for my birthday?
That show is going to be so lit.
Fire.
A Taurus and a Capricorn Queen who do not give a fuck. Oh yes, I'm here for that.
All day.
Do you have anybody else on there, or do you want me to do my last one?
Go for your last one. I don't have any. Nope. I did my twofer, I guess. I'm
going to give my last one to this also this Taurus Queen who is also a singer, Kehlani. They have grown a lot, and they haven't quite reached the age. They're still under the age of 30, just like Lizzo, but this generation of women that have been created, in that time, I guess they were born in the late 90s? Anyways, Kehlani just released her latest album called Blue Water Road. She also has some merch. And she recently went on an interview, and she said she's not doing any more interviews. And she said, either support my music or don't really care. Sounds like a Taurus to me. And I'm here for it. Because honestly, as we can all see, the media is just not something that really benefits musical artists or artists in general. And everything is scrutinized and picked apart and this like that. And I feel like a lot of artists lose the fun and passion that it is to perform. And so she said, it's for the fans. So if you ain't a fan, she said, anyway. So I support her and having the best Taurus season. They all tend to do it right around their birthdays, which I think we all should have our best seasons around our birthdays. It's like, Happy New Year.
Yes.
So we about to kick it to the questions. Let's hit that spicy one first, girl, because I want to get that spicy one going. We already know.
Let's talk about it. All right.
Okay.
From @KCL439. I've started to kind of see a guy, and he is a Virgo. Casey is a Scorpio. What can I expect out of Virgo Scorpio mashup? My gut tells me it's a good connection, but I wanted to pick y'all's brains. Today, dive in.
Well, first of all, I like how it says, I kind of started to see a guy as a Scorpio. We already know that possessiveness is there, even if she doesn't want to take side case. Girl, you know I love you. I think it's actually a really cute match, especially with the woman being the Scorpio and the male being the Virgo. Not that we're like about genders. I'm just saying this is the relationship, so I'm talking about it from that standpoint. Because she allows his neuroses a place to go. And it's a good earth water match because he's mutable earth and she's fixed water. And so even though like he kind of moves, she stays steady along with him. And I think that, you know, an open freak and a closeted freak, why not? Let's be real about both of them, Virgos and Scorpios. As Virgos want to be in public, we know how y'all be. Beyonce said it a couple times.
Yeah, we've all heard partition.
Be drinking, right. And we've all seen everybody do the.
Yeah. I'm 100% with you. I think that's a cute match. I agree that I think it's better with a Scorpio female and a Virgo male. Just because Scorpios do have that reputation and the tendency toward like jealousy and possessiveness, and that can be in general. All right, maybe this is Venus and Aries. I'm getting a little spicy thinking about it.
Say it, girl.
Male water signs can, when they're toxic, they're very toxic. I'll say that. They don't have to be toxic. There are enlightened versions of everyone, but a male Scorpio could be a dangerous creature, especially for a woman.
Yeah, and especially for a Virgo woman who it wouldn't probably balance as well. He might overtake
No, she'd be like,
her.
why are you what are you worried about?
Okay.
And that would rub him the wrong way. And I think that, I think the Scorpio energy can draw out the Virgo a little bit because Virgo, like all its earth sign brethren, sistren, whatevs, they have deep feelings, a lot of emotions. They are just very adept at hiding them. And Virgo hides it behind its neuroses. But Scorpio's there to listen. Yeah, tell me all of this. Tell me all of your crazy neuroses and secrets and let me help you sort through it and find the feelings that are in there and like hold on to those parts. And I think I think it's a cute match. It's two people that don't like to be bothered with a whole lot of other people. Like they can be fun and have, be social, but it's like neither one of them's really trying to be out here in these streets acting all crazy. Virgo's not going to give Scorpio a lot of reasons to be jealous, to fall into that. Virgo's like at home, not looking at a spreadsheet of their finances.
Right. Not like an Aries, Sag, or Gemini, like.
Right.
Different mixture.
You're looking at their Instagram stories like, where are you? Virgo's like, they don't have an Instagram story because they're at home. They're at home. Like, I don't see, I guess the potential pitfalls, Virgos are like very, very analysis paralysis types. And I could see that kind of annoying a Scorpio who kind of has a right way for everything already. But that's a kind of nobody's going to be, everybody operates a little bit differently. You always have to get used to different people's quirks. Right. And it feels like there's a place in those two particular, that set of differences where maybe the Virgo person could rely on the Scorpio person to help, have them make decisions. And maybe the Virgo person could help the Scorpio person see the other sides of things.
Yes. Ooh, that's, for sure. For sure. I like that. We stand that. So go.
We're here for it.
Continue. Listen, proceed as you were. All right. We got one more question coming in.
Yes. This is from a young a young fan. He doesn't get to stay up late enough to watch us, but this is Jacob. What do my big three mean to me? Aries sun with Pisces moon and Aquarius rising. Aries sun, Pisces moon, Aquarius rising.
I think that I think his Aquarius rising hides how sensitive he actually is. I think he comes off really cool and nonchalant, probably similar to a parent that he has. Um, but deep down, I think his feelings get hurt. And because he has that Pisces moon and it's deep feelings. And with the Aries sun, that much fire, um, his emotions could be impulsive and his responses could be more impulsive to his emotions. He doesn't necessarily sit with them. He feels them instantly and intensely.
It feels like those three energies will probably harmonize more the older he gets. Because if you can find, if an Aries sun gets the chance to age out of childhood, teen years, and even your 20s when your brain's really still half developed. We're all children until we're 35. I'll die on that hill. But then he can meld the wisdom of the Pisces moon. And I would suggest trying to sit with things before you react, but at the same time also paying a lot of attention to your feelings, because that Pisces moon will lend intuition that will guide you in the right direction. And the Aquarius rising, I think, adds a level of discernment and detachment that you really need with both of those other placements.
Absolutely. It probably does keep him selective about the people that he does choose to engage with initially, because he's probably friendly to a lot of people, but he may not be friends with everyone, But I think that's I think I agree with you. I think the older he gets, it definitely will balance it out. But you're a water sign queen, so you could tell somebody about their emotions. I know that's right.
Oh, yeah, baby. Cry it out when you need to. I just tell my son, tears, let them out when you feel them. Otherwise, they turn into headaches and stomach aches. You don't want that. So,
well, this has been great. We're about to hit this lovely oracle card. And in honor of Mother's Day for this week, we are going to get the Divine Feminine from Megan Watterson. I can't believe I froze on that lady's name. And as y'all know, this is probably one of my favorite decks, especially for the Divine Feminine energy. These are saints, goddesses, all of the above. And so we are looking for what we're going to happen this week. I know what I told them what I pulled earlier. Oh, I like this. Okay. We have the white buffalo calf woman, the prophetess of the sacred way. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. If that's not Taurus energy, I don't know what is coming in through with the heart chakra.
Let's see.
Sorry.
Yes.
You're like, today, get your life together. I'm trying.
Ooh.
Right. Okay. Let's see. When your soul selects her card, we're going to skip through. White buffalo calf woman is a sacred reminder that we don't have to struggle to receive all that we've desired. When we join our heart's longing with action, we find that there's a sacred way to move through the world. The sacred way is a path of steady, quiet alignment between the heart's intention and our every step. White buffalo calf woman is an omen of hope that all will be provided for us when we approach each situation with love. What she wants us to focus on is the intention behind an action, because that changes the outcome. She's a sacred prophetic sign that we can receive what we need without fighting for it or trying to secure it through manipulation. When prayer joins right action, when we move from the intention of creating only more love, then abundance is inevitable. And And when we seek not just for ourselves, but also for the benefit of our loved ones and community, our needs are divinely met. The most sacred path is the one abundant with love. The soul voice meditation. What is my intention for the work I am currently doing? The intention is my heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance.
I love that. That really goes back to what Ife was talking about in the beginning of our chat, as far as trying to have more compassion for people and really realizing where they're coming from. In that vein, we had talked about it's been a rough week, and it's hard for people. Ife mentioned that as well. Mental health is top of mind for a lot of people. There have been a couple really sad, high profile losses, people who died of mental health struggles. And if anyone out there is having a hard time or knows someone who is, there's a great resource. It's the crisis text line. So like a lot of people are intimidated by making a phone call, but if you text hello to 741-741, somebody will text you back. It's manned 24/7 and talk to you and connect you with resources in your area that can help. And just, I hope that people find love where they can and, feel it when it's there. And I want to send a big hug to everyone because it's hard out here, man. And we have more fights ahead of us, all of us. And as humans, that's the name of the game. You're constantly beating back some force that's trying to fuck with you.
We're just spiritual beings living on this earth school, and having these real life experiences.
Yeah, we do better in love and with each other and holding each other in love.
And honestly, I think that was a perfect card for Taurus season, for Mother's Day, for self-nurturing, self-love, just really. And part of self-nurturing and self-care is making sure that your mental health is intact. And this also goes out to any mothers facing postpartum issues.
Absolutely.
Please, talk to someone, let your partner or spouse know if they're available, let your friends and family know, especially if you are
DM me directly. I truly will talk to you.
Yes.
Like for real.
This goes for mothers who are having their first Mother's Day. Children may not be, quite a year. It's a new, you've created an entire life and you are now a different person. And it's please ask for help. I am a huge fan of women getting any kind of help after birth, because the birthing process, and we'll say this right now, getting pregnant, staying pregnant, going through the pregnancy, going through the birthing process, where it be through natural or cesarean, is a very, very taxing process and situation. And it's not easy mentally, emotionally, or physical on any woman that has to go through it, whether it's her choice or not. But it should be always, because at the end of the day, just because the baby is viable does not mean that woman is able to actually care for the baby. And
it doesn't mean it's any of our fucking business, frankly.
I don't give a Cassie shit. Said, speaking of fucking business, what we gonna do in honor of my mom, Mommy, I love you. I miss you so much. R.I.P. You were a great Taurus Queen. My godmother gave me a quote directly from my mom. Just a reminder, my godmother, Aquarius Queen, love her. She is literally the best. Was best friends with my mom all of the time they grew up until my mom passed away. But she told me today, she said, "Today, your mama always used to tell me something." I said, "What?" She said, "I'ma mind my black ass business." So I say this to all of you: mind your black ass business, or whatever you need to put in if it's not black ass, whatever you got, just mind your own business. Because I think that's best for us all, but Cassie, happy Mother's Day once again.
Happy Mother's Day to you. I love you.
This was amazing. I love you too, girls.
Happy day to all of you. Thank you for being here.
Any mothers? I saw Jay with 5 in the chat, so we know she a mama. Holla, 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 holla back at you, girl. But anybody else, happy Mother's Day. Thank you guys so much. We will see you again next week. Stay steady for Mercury to go retrograde this Wednesday. Make sure you back up all your electric supplies. Double check those texts, emails, anything before send. It's never what you say, it's how you say it, especially in the sign of Mercury and Gemini. Anything else? We good, right? We
Nope.
all right. Well, as always, y'all, it's all love.
Peace.